focus on my brake lights. Ain't turning back, now that I'm back on track, yeah. Take my word from it, put a couple bands on it, and I don't plan on letting people turn me, no. You can say what you want, I'ma keep pressing on. I can't go pop that thing like I'm feeling green, right? Talking to my past life, focus on my brake lights. To my future.
It's officially breaking the silence time. Yeah. So whatever you're doing, well, of course, you can continue doing your laundry or folding your clothes, drinking your coffee or whatever it is. But if you need to go out, well, take your device with you, okay? So you can take us with you. And maybe some of you are like, who are you anyways? I don't even know you and you want me to take you to my screen. Well, let us introduce ourselves, okay? Because we don't want to be rude. Again, we want to be polite. And because, you know, first impression lasts. So we want to have good impressions. So my name is Angeli.
I'm Nori.
I'm ShyTia.
And again, we are the Breaking the Silence team. So welcome. Again, it's officially time for breaking the silence. So no more silence in this show. If you don't like yelling, well, we're not going to be yelling the entire show. We're going to be sometimes we give you like a warning because we do get a little competitive.
Yes.
But anyways, when I say officially, well, it's unofficially holiday season.
Yes.
Shopping as well. You know how we take advantage of this time. There's a lot of sales, a lot of promos, a lot of like
they're already saving up for Black Friday.
Yes.
Or Cyber Monday.
Well. So in that regard, I have a question for you ladies.
Okay.
Do you have a gift that you've been since January? You already put it in your wish list. This is what I'm gonna gift myself by the end of the year. I'm gonna save up because I deserve it.
Okay. Well,
I actually have a book. Should I go get it?
No.
Maybe after, or maybe in the break.
She's trying to give us a hint of what she wants us to buy her.
I mean, I don't mind. Shoot, you want to get it for me? Hey, feel free. I'm accepting gifts.
Yes.
All the time.
Yes.
We do. All right.
For me, when we had the last hurricane, my computer actually gave up on me.
Oh, no.
So I am working to buy a new computer because I definitely need one.
Yeah.
And
You heard that? Computer?
Yes.
Angeli, she needs a new computer, okay?
Okay, so now is the time for us to go together, okay? And the address is, no, I'm kidding. All right, but for me, I don't know if it's even something tangible that I'm gonna buy.
Oh my gosh. What is it?
Sleep? Can you buy
I thought
it?
she was going to say food.
No, food is something you buy.
The way she said it though, she was like, sleep.
Yeah, because you know, holiday season, you get a little bit like you want that
Worked out,
rest. Exactly. You get stressed out. We've been talking about a lot of those things. Stressful days.
Girl.
If I can buy sleep, I will buy one. But anyway,
my gosh.
so regarding gifts, regarding holidays, we have one topic today that we're going to discuss. And this is not for the, Christmas or anything like that, but for Thanksgiving. You know how when you're hosting, or maybe you are not the host, what do we actually give the host? You know, the one who's prepared everything, prepared
To show our gratitude.
Exactly, gratitude.
Yeah.
We've been big on gratitude lately. So what do you give the host, the giver, actually, in that occasion? So we're going to be talking about that and give you some tips as well. Another one is, oh no, I think we got to go on a break because I got to go.
You gotta go?
Yes.
You can't go.
Well, we're going to talk about it later, okay? Well, that's one of the topics that we are going to be talking about. If you are the same, you always gotta go. Well, we'll give you some practical advice as well, so that later on you're just not gonna be shameful, embarrassed all the time, or maybe even not even think about it. You just isolate yourself and from different friends or whatever, because you're not able to go freely as you want to. Okay, so we're gonna go on a quick break because I gotta go.
Laugh, learn, and love with Breaking the Silence. We'll be right back.
When we have the food we need, we are at our best. We push further. We rise higher. We unlock our full potential. When we have the food we need, we make our communities stronger. Together, we can help everyone get the food they need to thrive. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
It's all your fault.
I never did that. You're just imagining things. I'm not the problem, you are.
What is done is done. Just forget about it. If you're lucky, I'll forgive you.
When these phrases characterize a relationship, it's only a matter of time before they create a skewed sense of reality, and you even begin questioning your own sanity. Ideas that seem perfectly logical to you are ridiculed by your loved one, leaving you confused with no recourse to answer back. If you've reached the point of questioning yourself, what is wrong with me? Am I really the problem? You may be a victim of gaslighting. Gaslighting is a type of emotional abuse in which a person uses manipulation and distraction to distort the truth. This is done to get you to doubt your own feelings, thoughts, intuition, and judgment, and to ultimately control you. Gaslighting tactics can be extremely difficult to recognize and cope with, as they are designed to destabilize your sense of reality. This kind of emotional abuse in relationships is extremely toxic and dangerous. If you need someone to talk to, we're here to listen. Call 1-888-332-4141 or text 1-888-312-4141.
You are watching LFN.
On Breaking the Silence, we aim to broaden your horizons on a variety of topics.
Off your phones and enjoy each other.
Beneficial advice you can use in your daily life.
It's always important to consult your doctor.
Let's explore today's topic together on Breaking the Silence.
Thanksgiving is just around the corner, but you're not stressing too much because you're not hosting this year. Maybe you hosted last year, it was so stressful for you, so you didn't even volunteer to host this year. So maybe a family member or a friend invited you over and you're already excited, you just want to have fun and create memories with them. But you're forgetting one thing. What are you bringing the host? Because ladies, whether we like it or not, it's, again, stressful to host this kind of gathering, especially if it's not only family. If you have a group friends, right? Yes. So it's a lot of things that you need to think about: the food, the decorations, and everything. So us who are being invited, the guests, right? Yes, we're there ready to have fun, but what do we actually bring the host? Just to not paying them. It's not a ticket. Oh, you're not gonna come in if you don't have a gift. But just for letting them know that, hey, we see your effort. We see that you've worked hard. We appreciate. Because again, it's not an obligation. Of course, it's not an obligation, but just that appreciation for the host or consideration exactly for the whole family and even the home that they are giving you at that moment. It's something really special for the host.
And we're not talking about anything flashy, because sometimes when people hear the word gift, they think, oh boy, I gotta go out and buy some jewelry, I gotta buy this, I gotta buy that. No, it's not for you to buy something flashy. It's not for you to spend so much money on. But again, it's for you to be thoughtful to the person, to appreciate. Maybe, your host is like me and they love a good book. So you give them a book because, after everything gets said and done, you be like, girl, you did it. you're finished. Now here you go read this book because I know it's gonna relax you. Or, you know, buy like some scented candle, something that you know is gonna help them, is gonna, you know, have them in that like, okay, thank you. Someone appreciates me. Because a lot of times the only thing you hear is, when's the food gonna be ready? We don't have this.
What
we
about
ran out of that.
Where can I get that?
Yeah, you know, like, oh, where's the forks? Where's the spoons? Or they're always looking for stuff, and you have to answer a whole bunch of questions. So for that person to be there, it's just like, hey, like, I noticed you. Like, I appreciate you. Thank you for hosting this year.
You know, that the ultimate goal, I think, in this case would be to help, not to hinder. Why? Because listen, the person is hosting. So they're not only cooking, they have food in the oven. They have food on the stove. They have to worry about the table being set. They have to worry about accommodating you, accommodating the other guests. They have to worry about, you know, what do I have to prepare where, you know, my guests can just feel comfortable and help themselves while I'm here running around like a chicken without a head, you know, making sure that the food is done, that is on point, that it tastes well and stuff like that. Imagine that's you. You're the host. You're going crazy, making sure everything is on point. And here comes Angeli with her dish.
Yes, I made that dish for you.
And goes, hey, can you heat this up for me? Like, come on.
I'm already stressed.
Listen, that is not considering the host. Yes. That is not considering the host. You know,
because they also have to make, like, what if they don't have space in the oven? Right. What if something is cooking? And then here you go, bringing your dish that's cold. And then they're just like, oh, that's not something I was planning on having to do.
It's like you're adding one more thing for the host to do. You know, you're not helping, you're hindering. So let's not do that. Let's steer away from that. We'll always make sure that when you come to the host place or, you know, home or whatever, wherever you're hosting or wherever the Thanksgiving dinner is, that you have in mind, okay, you know what? Let me help. Once I get there, instead of just asking or wanting to know 1,000,000 things, what can I do? What can I do to help to take a load off of the host?
Or maybe they're not even asking a million things, but they're just sitting there like in La La Land, like, oh, you know, we see Angeli working hard, and I'm like, Nori, I haven't seen you in so long.
And I'm here sweating, washing dishes
on the stove, and I'm just at the table like, oh, girl, you working hard.
Oh, it smells so good. Like, can I taste it? Can I try it? Let me try it out. Let me be. And then the person's just looking like, can you cut an onion? Can you put this on the table? Can you, like, you just sitting there? Can you do something? And they don't. Of course, they don't want to ask because it's just like they're hosting, but then they're just looking at you like,
like, on the real. If that was me, I would low key be kind of frustrated. You would see me huffing and puffing here and there.
Just
so
there.
We have to be very considerate.
Because, hey, you were invited to, it's not your home, to be like, okay, you gotta be comfortable wherever you're invited, right? Because that's what the host wants. The host wants you to feel comfortable. They always say, hey, feel at home, right?
Yeah.
If you want to open the fridge, if you want to have a drink of water, feel at home, use the bathroom, do this. Of course, the host doesn't want you to feel like, hey,
obligated.
Yeah, you can't touch this, you can't. Because, of course, if you're inviting someone, you want them to feel as much comfortable as you. But also, you cannot be so comfortable that you remove your shoes, do this and that. No, at least get a little bit of awareness in your surroundings so that you can help the host and actually make yourself a little bit useful as well. But you mentioned about the hassle, right? So if you, for example, you don't want to actually give them the hassle, so what you're going to do is a day after gift. Breakfast, or maybe if they like coffee, a gourmet coffee, or maybe if they like tea, you know, you give them a box of specialized high teas, or maybe buy them breakfast, you know, just for saying thank you for all the hard work you did last night. So instead of the night of the Thanksgiving, Friday, which is the day after Thanksgiving, so that, you know, everything is done, and then, hey, here's, you know, a cup of gratitude for you, you know, because you've done so much and we appreciate you.
You know, I like that. That's definitely a good idea because, okay, fine, you want to say thank you. You want to say thank you to the host. You want to bring them a gift. but they're in that stress. Their mind is not thinking about a gift, you know, and they're in the hustle and bustle, and you come and give them a gift. They might just say, hey, okay, thank you, and then just put it aside, and you're gonna feel some type of way. It's not that they're not appreciative of what you've given them, but because they're just so fixed and focused on making you comfortable, on making sure that everything is right for you because you're the guest, you know, just wait till the next day and you can be able to give that gift. Or if not, you can be like, hey, look, after everything is done and over,
I'll clean.
There you go. I'm going to help clean. You don't have to go in the kitchen. Don't worry about it because I know that this was really hard and stressful for you. So, girl, I got you. You know? Something simple.
And you can also do like an upgrade gift. Like, you know, like, especially if you're going to someone's Thanksgiving, you kind of know them. You know the things they like, the things that they use. So you can do an upgrade gift. Let's say they have olive oil, you know, and you know that they just used their entire bottle because they cooked everything. You can buy, you know, like a $15 bottle of olive oil. You know, you can buy like a fancy hand soap because they're going to have a lot of guests there and they're going to have people who are going to wash their hands. So they need that hand soap. So you're going to find things that you're not spending so much money, like, oh my goodness, I got to spend $100, but you're buying something that's going to be useful for them, especially because you know that they just received a lot of people. So a lot of their material, a lot of things that they bought is going to run out. So then you're kind of there to replace it for them where they don't have to worry about what they're going to do when it runs out.
Exactly. I like that idea. It can be olive oil, it can be paper towel, it can be dish towels, it can be a whole bunch of stuff because in moments like that those are the things that, you know, you mainly use. You mainly run out of.
Also, you forget, you know, because it's such small things, you forget about it. And you're like, wait a minute, I thought I had this. I thought I had that. So like when you have those little things, you be like, oh, you know what? You can never have too much of this. So I brought it. That way, if they run out, they're like, oh, wait, she brought it for me.
Yeah, and you'll be that thoughtful guest. You know, you're just not going to be just that random guest. You're just feeling comfortable because again, right, we wanted to help out. We wanted to have that memory on the table. We want to have that that great gathering. But again, if the host is so stressed out, she's probably not even going to enjoy the time. So we unburden. We remove the loads from her shoulder just by washing the dishes,
or you know
loading
what
the
I
dishwasher.
was thinking? I was thinking some take home containers because you know everybody want to have leftovers. So you can bring it to them instead of her having to have like the foil paper and this, and you know people making use of the dish and they mix everything. Maybe, but yeah, like that way because you know everybody wants leftovers. So maybe you can bring some leftover, like some take-home containers, and everybody can have it where she doesn't have to worry about, oh, if I give Angeli my container, I'm only gonna see it next year.
Exactly, I'm not gonna get it back. That's definitely a good gift.
Yeah, it's true. So be that gracious guest, appreciating the host, everyone there in the gathering, but also giving that moment to actually help out the giver, right? Because she's already giving, they're already giving their best to host this Thanksgiving, this gathering for you. So might as well just give that thank you gift, whether that's after the Thanksgiving or maybe during the moment, helping them out with the dishes, helping them out with cooking, with cleaning, or whatever it may be that you can offer help. All right, so that's it for this segment. We're gonna go on a quick break and we'll be back.
Hear from strong women who are crushing their goals, overcoming challenges, and living their best lives. You won't want to miss a single empowering minute. Stay tuned and join the movement.
Are you feeling like you're at the end of your rope? Has life become an endless series of problems with no relief in sight? You've reached out for help, but it feels like no one truly understands. Everyone seems to be so busy with their own lives, and you don't want to add your problems to their load. So many people feel exactly the same way, afraid to ask for help, worried about being judged, misunderstood, or becoming a burden. As a result, they stay silent, allowing their struggles to pile up until they can't take it anymore. Don't let things get to that point. You don't have to face this alone. Pick up the phone and reach out for help. Our 24-hour helpline is here for you, created to be a place of support and refuge for anyone feeling overwhelmed and hopeless. Call us at 1-888-332-4141 or text 1-888-312-4141. No matter what time or day, someone will always be there to listen and offer spiritual support. You won't be judged, and your problems will not be dismissed. We're here to help you find the strength to face your challenges. You are not alone. Let us help you find your way forward.
When I'm on stage, I'm not trained. I'm Beyonce.
Not me being like,
You wear a lot of hats.
Yeah, this one too.
Always said that I wanted to do a TED Talk, but never did I think that I would have done it at this age.
So I say, don't wait for somebody to give you a chance. Give yourself a chance.
Wow. I gotta give you, I gotta clap my hands too because it's not easy.
and people say you can't wash your hair when your period's on. That is not true.
Air five, air five. Bam! There we go.
Overhyped or overcritiqued? We've got a list of trends to evaluate. Join the host in deciding whether to pump it or dump it on Breaking the Silence.
Oh well, are we pumping it or dumping it? We don't know. We are in fall, right? We are in November, so our topic for today is going to be just about that. Fall, November. It's going to be cozy.
All right.
If we're going to pump it. We don't know if we're going to pump it or dump it. So are we ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready?
Yes.
I'm ready. So our first one, are we pumping this or dumping it? The $7 pumpkin spice latte. Oh, that's...
I am dumping it.
I am pumping it.
Because I'm not spending $7 on one coffee.
Right. How big is this even?
I mean, but listen.
Okay, if I can buy it and I can drink it for like a week, 2 weeks, like, you know, you have like the creamers, things like that, where you make it yourself.
Yeah,
then
I agree.
will pump that.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to Starbucks, I am not spending $7 on
a top.
Oh
no.
my gosh.
No. Hey, we can't break the bank.
I can buy the stuff and make it at home.
Pumpkin spice only comes around in the fall. You gotta embrace it.
I'm dumping it.
Listen, I'm pumping it, okay? I'm pumping it.
Dump
So
on
I
the
guess I lost
drain.
this one.
Bye.
Bye, pumpkin spice. No, I'm kidding. All right.
Okay.
So both of y'all dumping it.
Yes, we're dumping
I'm
it, of
pumping
course.
it.
Okay. So our next one is the Friendsgiving potluck pressure. Okay.
Not the pressure,
not the pressure, but the potluck. But like for everybody to have to bring something to pressure them, I dump that. But if let's just take out pressure and we agree with everything
Friendsgiving
else.
potluck.
Yes.
Pump it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
we're pumping it.
We're pumping the Friendsgiving because we do it all the time too.
Yeah. You bring your dish that you like to make.
I bring my stomach. All right, let's go.
That's a pressure.
All right, so we have the next one. The return of heavy woolly socks. Are you pumping it or are you dumping it?
Dumping.
Okay, for the record, these girls, they're always hot.
Yeah.
So I can understand why they're dumping it.
Yes.
Me, on the
ankle
other hand,
socks all year.
She wears ankle socks. Who wears ankle socks all year round? Don't answer that. Don't answer
when they're long.
Listen,
it's itchy. No,
I am always cold, even in the summer. Believe it or not, even in the summer, I find myself sleeping with socks. Yes, because my feet are always extremely, extremely cold. So I I am definitely pumping it. Oh no, dumping is winning.
I can't sleep with socks. I'll be like, by the morning it's already out. Like
me
I don't know
and Angeli is on the same page right now.
I have some of these, by the way. So nice and
they
cozy.
look also familiar for
especially when you want to just Netflix on the weekend and just eat popcorn and hot chocolate and stuff with these socks on and your onesies.
Your onesies.
We listen and we don't judge. Okay,
we're gonna have a sleepover at Nori's house so she can let us have that feeling, but no hot chocolate.
Yeah. Oh goodness. All right, let's go.
Okay, the next one.
Next one. Okay, the next one. Daylight saving time. Losing an hour of light. But it means you get
an extra
hour of sleep.
Yeah.
I will be.
I pump
losing
it.
Yes.
I pump it.
I pump
because
it.
Go ahead.
Well, I pump it because you do see, like, when we go back an hour, like, throughout the main part of the day, we do have the sunlight, and it's just like towards the evening. But when we're just regular, if we don't take that hour away, we kind of lose an hour of light when we need it most, in my opinion.
Yeah, so I'm pumping it too.
To me, I don't know. I don't know whether to pump it or dump it because it doesn't matter whether the time goes back.
Yeah, she's forward, the same every.
My wake up time
is like 4 a.m.
Exactly. Yeah. So it does. What one thing that's getting me now though is like it's early. It's like 6 or 5, but my brain is already saying it's time to go to sleep.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing.
Because it's darker.
Yeah. So okay.
Oh, well.
All right.
Well, we pump it.
Yes.
Yeah. Alrighty. So next one. Is
buying a fancy scented candle. I pump this. I love new scents. I love discovering something else that I might enjoy smelling. So I pump this.
Yes, I pump it too.
I'm gonna dump
definitely. It. Why are you gonna?
Because buying. We're kidding.
Y'all need to come and get Angeli.
We need to do an intervention.
I host Thanksgiving. That's my gift.
A BTS intervention when it comes to this girl right here. Get it together, Angeli. Come on.
But maybe the fancy scented candle sounds good.
No, I'm definitely pumping it. It's reminding me of
scented candle.
Be Elevated Candle Bar, remember?
Oh, that was so nice.
It was really, really nice.
Yes.
And it's healthy. Her candles are very, very healthy. So, yes, I'm definitely pumping.
I'm pumping.
All right.
I'm in the middle.
Let's go to our next one. Next one is switching from iced to hot coffee.
I
pump it. I pump it.
Yeah.
Listen,
I'm like hot coffee all day, every day.
Yeah. In the summer, in the winter. Yeah. So definitely pumping it.
I pump that.
Yeah, this is easy. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. All right, our next one. Ditching makeup for cozy skin. Yes. For me is pump.
Well, yes. I barely wear makeup anyway.
Not right now, okay? Not right now.
I am definitely pumping
that because I wear makeup on a need basis. Like if I have to, like majority of the time, there's no makeup.
Yeah,
so of course I'm gonna pump that.
It's so good for your skin when you just let it breathe.
Yes.
And
it's
no
true.
other stuff on your face.
True.
So it's good.
Yeah, instead of putting all that foundation and all that stuff. I mean, whenever I don't do the heavy foundation, I often opt for tinted moisturizer, which is also good.
Yeah.
Nice and light. Your skin is still breathing. You're getting that sunscreen and stuff. So definitely pump it.
Yes.
Pumping it.
All right.
Okay, so our next one, it is watching a holiday
Perfect for
movie
you.
before Thanksgiving. Listen, I was watching a Christmas movie last night, so I am definitely pumping this. I can watch a holiday movie any time of the year.
Yeah,
I don't think
there's a time for that.
Yeah, because it's like it's feel good. You know, it's always like a good message, a value. Like it's not just like anything, but it's like family.
Yeah.
It's good morals. So I pump it.
Okay.
Hit me up. I'll give you some good ones if you want to know where to start. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
Next one is the hot girl walk in 40 degrees weather.
No.
Wait a minute. Y'all can come come and tell me that y'all gonna dump that because y'all are always hot. So I'm pretty sure y'all don't mind. Okay, not necessarily like that, but I'm saying though, you guys don't have an issue with cold weather.
No, but still, no.
No, I mean,
40 degrees?
Yeah,
No.
like you can get sick.
Yeah, no. Okay.
No, I
okay, but like I said, not like that. Maybe with just like a jacket or something. You guys wouldn't mind it because y'all always hot. So it's like y'all opt to
but
take
not
things
but
off
for 40
instead of
degrees
putting
weather,
on.
I'm covered
40
up.
degrees,
Okay.
yes.
40 degrees,
You gotta
I'm
be
covered.
some,
Yeah,
some
so
I know
dump
somebody
it.
who would definitely wouldn't mind that 40 degree weather. Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm definitely dumping it because I'm always
dump
cold.
it.
Always.
For sure. When
Always
she saw
cold.
40 degree, no. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely dumping it. All right. This one. The smell of burning dust from the first time the heater turns on.
Ooh.
Dumb. Oh,
Everyone is going through that right now.
I don't know who enjoys that. I don't think
Every time that
anybody enjoys
happens,
that.
like, and you're like, it's something. Did I leave the stove on? Something
What
on
is
fire?
that smell?
Yeah, and then you got, oh wait, I turned the heater on. Like,
because it's been
okay.
so long.
Yeah.
And
So,
no. I don't think somebody
I
enjoys
dump
that.
it.
If you pump
especially
it, something's
imagine
wrong
if
with
you have
you.
someone coming over and then like you're turning your heater for the first time and then they're like, did you set something on fire?
What's that smell?
Yeah.
Like, why your house smell funny?
Exactly.
So a quick tip for that, please turn your heater on if you're hosting, right? Turn it on the night before or even
not
days
even
before.
the night before. Yeah, like the week before, so that way it can burn away that dust in advance.
Yeah, because you don't want your guests being like, what's going
She
on?
burned the turkey.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And having like awkward situation at the table. So we don't want that for you, okay? So how many did you pump? How many did you dump? Let us know. Share it with us in Instagram. We have Breaking the Silence _talk show, okay? But we're cutting this segment and also we're gonna go on a quick break and we'll be right back.
Don't change the channel. We will be right back.
We all know what it's like to feel alone. But it just takes one new connection. Want to get out of here? To empower many.
This is unbelievable.
It doesn't take a superhero to bring forces together. We all have the power to reach out.
Let's go!
And help someone feel like they belong.
Pretty cool, huh?
We are stronger together.
Breaking the Silence. Real women, real conversations, real time. Empowering, motivating, and inspiring you live throughout the week. But we know life gets busy, and you shouldn't have to miss a single moment. Check out watch.ulfn.org/breakingthesilence. Your one-stop destination to catch up, rewatch, and relive your favorite episodes anytime. Unfiltered conversations, influential guests, life-changing moments. All just a click away. Why miss out when you can experience Breaking the Silence over and over again on your time? Start watching today.
On Breaking the Silence, we aim to broaden your horizons on a variety of topics.
I don't care who you are. Fair is fair.
Beneficial advice you can use in your daily life.
You have to maximize, retirement.
Let's explore today's topic together on Breaking the Silence.
Is this phrase so familiar for you? Hey, I gotta go. Or you coughed, you sneezed, and oh my goodness. Oh. Today we are talking about bladder health and we are ditching the stigma because hey, you are not alone. You may not know it, or maybe you're isolating yourself because you think you're the only one going through it. However, we have facts that actually 33 million Americans are actually having overactive bladder. Ladies, so it's not about age. It's not about because, you've been pregnant so many times, right? That your bladder is already out of control.
Right.
No, we are ditching that stigma because again, it could be really sometimes embarrassing or even trying to kind of impede, the gathering or maybe events or maybe a road trip, right? Because hey, I gotta go. Or you know what? I'm not gonna go with you guys because I have some issues, and you don't want to actually
you don't want to
explain
say
it.
Yeah.
Right.
Or you don't even want to have to ask, because I know, like, for me, when I would drink like a lot of water and things like that, so sometimes people they dehydrate themselves because they're like, okay, if I don't drink anything, then I won't have to go. So it's like you're thirsty and you're just like, oh man, like I wish I could drink some water, but then you're like, if I drink this one bottle of water, I'm gonna go like 4 times. I'm not driving, or maybe you're with somebody, they're driving, and you're just embarrassed to have to keep asking, and you're like, oh, can you go the first time? Like, okay, yeah, no problem. The second time, okay. The third time, again, and then you're embarrassed to ask, keep asking. So you're just like, you know what? I'm not going to do nothing because I remember last time it was such a problem. It was a hassle. So I'm just going to, just mind my business or sleep, because if I'm asleep, then I won't have to go to the bathroom. Or even like you go out to the movies and you're like, I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to drink anything because I don't want to have to keep getting up in the middle of the movie to keep missing out, because that's what happens. It's like, at the end of the day, that is like stopping you from enjoying yourself, enjoying plans that you make, because you're always like, okay, I'm going to sit here because the bathroom is right there. I'm not going to sit inside. I'm going to sit on the edge, so that way I don't have to keep bothering the person for me keep getting up to the bathroom. You're watching, like you're mapping out everything, like all your plans include a bathroom. It's like instead of you being in control, your bladder is in control of your plans.
Exactly. It's like you're kind of torturing yourself. You're torturing yourself because of situations like this. But also at the same time, a lot of people, they don't look for the solution because they don't know what the cause is. It's easy to blame it on, oh, it's because I've had so many kids, like Angeli said, or whatever the case may be. But whenever we take the time to stop and educate ourselves, because again, it's not about age, it's not about any of those things, So it's always important to educate ourselves, and also to ask questions, inquire and stuff like that, so we can be able to have a good life and not be restrained of, oh, I have to go. I have to go to the bathroom. Not only that, but like we've been sharing here as well, you often isolate yourself. You're often isolating yourself. You're not living life. You're not enjoying, because you're always worried about what if I gotta go. So, finding the solutions to it is very important. And there's simple things that you can be able to do as well in order to fix those things,
And one of the solutions actually is, of course, you have to stop ignoring the problem, right? So what you're going to do, if you have this problem, always you gotta go, keep a bladder diary. So you make sure that you put when you gotta go, what time, how many times a day. It doesn't matter if it's like, hey, every minute or every hour, but you gotta make sure that you are keeping the facts in this diary. Because again, if you wanted to resolve the problem, you need to know the root of it, right? So when you go to the doctors, for example, you cannot just say, hey, I go a lot, right? Or I've been having this problem but the doctor's gonna ask statistics, numbers, because numbers don't lie. So, hey, I have this diary, I have this journal. Okay, I went, and this day alone, I went, 10 times, right? And the interval is kind of like what? An hour, but I didn't drink any. So you got to make sure that you keep that in your diary, so that the health professional will be able to diagnose what's really going on. Because you cannot just say, hey, it's aging, or I'm aging, and so I'm,
or my body's not strong enough anymore.
Because I gave birth so many times, so my pelvic muscles are not as strong as when I was a teen. No, maybe there's some underlying symptoms or cases in your health, but then because you're ashamed or afraid, then you just kind of like, ignore it.
Because it's actually a signal problem. It's actually a signal problem to your brain. Like your bladder is not completely full, but because the signals, for some reason, they're going haywire. Exactly, it's getting crossed. Your bladder can be half full, but your brain is saying, okay, no, my bladder is completely full. I gotta go. So it's not necessarily about the strengthening, like, oh, I'm aging, my body's getting weak, I have a weak bladder and this and that and the other. No, it's not about that. It's a signal problem.
And also sometimes it's like your body may have gotten messed up because you hold it too long. So it's like, okay, every time I'm full, she doesn't go right away. So now let me start telling her it's time to go, because I know that she's gonna wait and wait and wait until I'm until I'm ready to go. So it's like that can be the case. Like you've been holding your bladder for so long because again, like you're embarrassed to ask, you're embarrassed to say something. So it's like instead of you helping yourself, you're making it worse because your body is getting weaker and weaker by you holding it. But also you need to know what's causing you, because okay, yes, you can say like, okay, this and that, like you have your journal, but with your journal you need to write, okay, do 7-day tests. Like, let me try with caffeine. Maybe when I drink coffee, I always have to go. So let me see how much caffeine, or like when I go 7 days without caffeine, how much I'm going. Or maybe the alcohol, for people who drink alcohol, that can be a way for them to go. You know, there's different irritants that causes a person to go more, like spicy food, things like that. So you need to know your body, because maybe the reason why I'm going and you're going is two different things. So when you know your body, you're able to help heal your body.
Yeah. And also, because this is what happens with us. I know it happened with you and it happened with me as well. When you have the urge, you just want to run, right? Oh, the bathroom is, let me calculate how many steps we're going to go there.
No, hold up. When you're far from the restroom, you can even hold it.
Yeah,
but the
it's like
moment
you're putting that key in the door,
oh my gosh,
and you're like, oh my gosh, wait, and you just have to like pause, because it's like if you move, it's over.
Forget it.
Seriously, that's why instead of running or even like, okay, let's run, and then by the moment that you're there in front of the bathroom, it just, let it move. So instead of running, stand still, okay? When you're going, right? You have to basically stop halfway to see where your pelvic floor muscles are.
Yes,
if you don't know,
you can squeeze it.
There you go.
So squeeze it like 3 or 4 times, like really quick.
And do it like an exercise, because it helps you actually strengthen your pelvic floor muscles.
Bladder training.
Yes, there you go.
Kegels.
Kegels. So that's, and then once you do that constantly, it's going to be easier for you to
locate it. And you won't need to always do it while you're, because once you only do it the first time when you're going to the bathroom. But once you locate that muscle, you won't need to always do it when you're in the bathroom. You can do it when you're sitting down, you're laying down. You can do it at other times during the day. And it's not something noticeable. Like when you're doing it, nobody's even going to notice that. They're not going to be like, oh, what is she doing? Like, why she's doing that? Because it's so like, it's internal. So you don't have to worry about anything like that. And it's something discreet that you can do on your own any time of the day. And again, you're strengthening that pelvic floor muscles, so that way you don't have leak, or you don't have to, start wearing adult diapers at like 30 years old.
Yeah. But you're not doing that because you want to hold the pee, okay? I mean, you want to hold it because it's an emergency, but you should not do it all the time, because again, that could irritate your bladder. That could irritate, it could cause more serious problems later on. So if it's only an emergency, yes, okay, hold it, or squeeze it. But again, as ShyTia said, then when you have like those moments that you don't have to go, you can do that exercise, so that when you really have to go, when an emergency rises, you're able to squeeze it, be calm as possible, stand, or stand still instead of running and actually rushing to go to the bathroom. Because if you're always holding it, and I have this, it's a personal experience, it's not good. It's gonna give you some problems like UTI or, some kidney stones problems. So you need to actually hold it only when it's an emergency, not all the time, because it could even trigger your nervous system and say, hey, all the time when I'm rushing, I need to hold it. So it's almost like an automatic response, which is not good.
And then, sometimes we're holding it for no reason. Like, we're just like, oh, I don't feel like getting up right now. You probably want to finish something.
Exactly.
So you're just there like, oh, I don't want to have to go. But it's like, you have to push yourself to make that effort, because I remember as a child, like, I would not use a public bathroom at all. Like so the whole day in school, I would not go to the bathroom. And then as soon as I get home, like the first place I would go to would be straight to the bathroom, because I'm like, ew, other people use it. That's gross. That's disgusting. No. Right? But when I was a child, my grandma actually told me, like, no, that's very unhealthy for you. And she pushed me to break out of that habit, because she's like, no, you have to take care of your health. Like, okay, you're embarrassed, you don't want to go, or it's unsanitary to you. But at the end of the day, your health is what's important. So make sure you do go when you need to go, not just because, the commercials, especially when we're younger, like, the commercials, we had to wait to commercial and we'd be like, oh no, it's getting good. Wait, the commercial's going to come up, and then the commercial come up. No, just go at that moment. Like, it's not that important for you to compromise your health.
Yeah, and you have to look at your lifestyle. Look at your lifestyle as well, and just really see how you're going about it, because you could even be sabotaging your health without even realizing it. So one thing that Angeli said that really stood out to me is journaling as well. Look at your lifestyle, journal, see what is triggering, what is causing it. Look for the solutions, ask questions, inquire. That way you can be able to enjoy your life and not be limited to the restroom. Always saying, I gotta go. I can't do this because I gotta go. I can't do that because if not, I'm gonna have to go. So analyzing, your lifestyle is definitely key in that as well.
Yeah, and don't procrastinate. If you already see symptoms that you were not like this before, maybe a few years back, you were somebody who's not all the time having to go. But then you've noticed some changes, but you're like, oh, maybe again, it's because of the age, or maybe it's because of some phases in life that I've gone through. And you're like, no, I'm just gonna brush it off, or it's gonna be gone, it's gonna disappear. If you find symptoms, if symptoms persist, you have to go to a health professional. And of course, make sure that you have those journal, you have your bladder diary, so that when they ask you, you know what you're talking about. You are not alone, okay? So we ditch the stigma today. So if you gotta go, you gotta go, but also go to a health professional that could help you. All right, so we're gonna go on a quick break and we'll be right back.
We will be right back with more Breaking the Silence.
I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
Setback and comeback. Every setback has the potential to become a catalyst for an even greater comeback. It all depends on you. Everything that Job had worked hard for, had loved and invested in, was brutally stripped away by evil spiritual forces. The injustice was a stark contrast to the blessed life he once had. His physical and emotional pain was evident to all who witnessed his bitter grief.
I apologize.
As many shook their heads and turned their backs because of his shame. The urge for Job to sink into depression and the temptation to blame God for this cruelty was constant and intense.
I don't know what to do.
Yet he refused to deny his faith. Instead, he clung to God despite the circumstances.
I apologize.
And in the end, Job's faithfulness and humility forged a stronger bond with God and enabled blessings and healing to flood back into his life, double for all he had lost. His shame was removed, and God was glorified through his life, and still is through his story today. This principle of trials and testing, plus faithfulness and humble perseverance that finally culminates in God's divine turnaround, is an eternal principle that is still at work today. As children of God, we need to expect trials, to see the spiritual wisdom of God at work in the pain, to recognize his power moving even in the darkest times, and to stand firm in faithfulness until the end, when his blessings and strength will flow into us. Whoever passes these trials will have their spiritual strength multiplied, their relationship with God deepened, and will become shining lights of God's power so bright that darkness has to flee. So don't be afraid when tough times come along. See them as catalysts for supernatural change that God wants them to be. Keep your eyes fixed on Him. And never, ever, ever give up. Count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kind, for you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness. And let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing.
Real women, real talk. Breaking the silence is where stories become connections. Let's break the silence together.
Hey, good news. I don't have to go anymore because I learned some steps, some techniques, okay? So you don't gotta go anymore. I don't gotta go anymore, okay? And I hope that you learned some of those techniques as well. But of course, don't forget to go to a health professional so that they can give you like a very detailed diagnosis, right? Of what you need to do, maybe lifestyle changes, or maybe some foods that you eat. We have like caffeine, some irritants, right?
Spicy food.
Yeah, spicy foods, stuff like that. So make sure you take care of your health, especially in the holiday season. You know, you're all stressed out, burning out, not even resting. Crazy. So make sure you also take care of your health.
And also, you know, we live in a society of self-diagnosis. So, you know, so say you go on Google and you're getting a lot of misinformation because, again, some things that that pertains to one person doesn't always pertain to you. So it's better for you to go to get what works directly for you instead of trying a whole bunch of stuff and maybe even hurt yourself in the end.
Exactly. What works for me is for ShyTia and Angeli to give me a gift as I will be hosting Thanksgiving.
Oh, so she's hosting.
She's hosting Thanksgiving.
I'm ready to come with my presents. Me and Angeli are just going to talk on the table.
Appetizer I'm going to bring, okay?
Yes. We're going to just sit down and talk at the table.
Remove our shoes and, you know, be talking about life.
Come at the last minute so that way, oh, sorry, I just came. You're already serving food. I can't help.
Let me tell y'all something. They will be the ones that will wait till I finish everything and set everything down on the table to be like, hey, you need something? No, I don't. I needed you a few hours ago, but it's okay.
Angeli loves washing dishes, so she will wash the dishes for you.
I'll be loading the dishwasher.
I kid you not. That's real.
Hey.
That's real talk, though.
No,
this
for
girl
real.
here,
for real.
What do we call her?
The dishwasher.
Hey, you know, that's something I'm really
She
proud
said
of.
it's her therapy.
It is. Hey, you have your own stuff, so that is mine. So don't judge, okay?
To each his own. I'm not about to judge you, girl.
We will gratefully pass you the plates.
And my home thanks me for it because there are no dishes on the sink, no roaches because they have leftover food, nothing like that. So
by the time she finishes washing dishes, her hands is completely.
Hey, I use gloves. Well, I don't. But anyways, so if you need a dishwasher, call me, okay?
Yes.
My number
that would be her gift to you.
Yeah, call me. The number is right. Oh, no problem. But if you have any suggestions, any ideas, any opinions that you want us to talk about, again, we have our QR code that you can scan right now. There you have it. It's Breaking the Silence _talk show. So anything that we've never spoken about before, or maybe something that, are they really going to talk about this a little bit controversial? Or what are their opinions about this? So send us a DM
let us know.
and we'll be able to, we'll find out to see if we're going to be talking about it or
because
not.
maybe your question is somebody else's question. So don't be ashamed to ask because, again, this is breaking the silence. So we like to go to the topic that no one else is talking about.
There you go.
Yes. And some games as well. You know how we like our games here, how we become a little competitive.
They love to watch us compete.
Yeah. So any ideas that you may have, all right?
Send them over.
Send us and we'll be glad to have you on the show as well. And if you want to also be a guest or if you know someone that wants to be on the show, feel free. Bring them in.
Let us
okay?
know.
You are welcome in the family. All right, but ladies, we're wrapping up.
I know.
Because
Womp,
it's
womp,
time.
womp.
I know.
Yes.
If you haven't finished folding your clothes, you can continue. If you're washing dishes, props to you. Okay? I can't help you right now because I'm doing the show, but maybe later on. Maybe next time. All right? So, bye-bye for now.
See ya.
See ya.